Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are doing great. In today's video, we will be continuing with our first chapter. This video is part 3. Part 1 and part 2 link I have attached in my description box below. So if you have missed, you can directly check out from there. Before starting, don't forget to like, subscribe and share my channel. Do hit the bell icon to get notifications of my next uploads. Till now, in my previous videos, we have covered what is work, meaningful work, career and livelihood, concept of rest and recreation, understanding the meaning of standard of living and quality of life, also the concepts of social responsibility, volunteerism and shramdan. I hope students till here everything is crystal clear to all of you. Now let's focus on the topics which we have to cover in today's video. These are traditional occupations of India, work, age and gender, child labor and children's work, work and the elderly. Now let's begin with the very first topic, that is traditional occupations of India. In earlier times, there are certain occupations which were considered best and reputable in India. But due to rapid development and globalization, now few occupations are at the verge of disappearing. The common occupations which were opted by the people in earlier times were agriculture, fishing, handicraft, weaving, and visual arts. Starting with agriculture, in India, agriculture is considered best occupation due to suitable climatic conditions. As almost majority of the population lives in rural areas, farming is considered to be a largest source of employment. India is the largest producer of fruits and vegetables, spices and condiments, tea, cashew nuts, coconuts, and much more. The other occupation which was opted by people of our country was fishing. It was popular amongst Indians due to country's very long coastline. There are well-known fishing harbors in our country, such as in Mangalore, Kochi, Chennai, Vishakhapatnam, and Raichur in Bengal. Moving on to next traditional occupation, that is handicraft. Handicrafts are liked by many Indians as well as foreigners. People's liking towards handicrafts have become a means of livelihood for the people living in rural areas. Majorly, these handicrafts are used for decoration purpose, like example, metal crafts, wood crafts, jewelry, clay items, etc. The best example of handicrafts can be seen at Delhi Haat, trade fairs, or at Craft Museum in Delhi. The next occupation which is opted by Indians is weaving. Weaving is a cottage industry in India. Each state has their own typical woven fabrics, embroideries, and traditional costumes which represent specific culture. On the top of that, those are suitable for the region specific climate. The next occupation which we will discuss is visual arts. In India, visual arts has been practiced for over 4,000 years. Initially, the artisans used to work for Hindu temples or for rulers of various states. But slowly and gradually, visual arts were seen at different parts of India. There were many more traditional occupations in India like hunting, mining, brick and tile making, salt making, leather work, etc. Like these, each region of India has a typical cuisine comprising vast variety of local food. Many popular traditional foods and spices and masalas are in demand in other countries as well. Students, as you can see, there are a lot of challenges faced in sustaining these occupations. These challenges are like lack of education, lack of finances, poor packaging, IPR, slow progress in government support, and many more, as mentioned on the screen. Now, moving on to our next topic, that is work, age, and gender. In this topic, we will understand what kind of gender issues are there and what are government initiatives related to the same. While beginning with the introduction of the topic, I would like to highlight that age and sex of members leave impact on maintaining personal and professional lives. If working conditions are not satisfactory for an individual, then physiological and psychological health suffers. Now, let's discuss the challenges one can experience while working. Students, I assume you all are aware that God has divided human beings biologically into men, women, and transgender. The sex indicates the biological differences and gender indicates social perspectives. Many people use both the terms interchangeably, but if we talk about their specific meaning, then sex indicates biological differences and gender indicates social perspectives. To elaborate the issues in relation to work, I would like to explain it with the help of example. In our country, as patriarchy shines, it is believed that men would be a breadwinner and women will take care of household chores. The work performed by women as a homemaker has rarely been valued or even counted as an economic activity. Due to this, many women remain powerless and dependent throughout their lives. The need of the hour is to educate and empower women and give them rightful voice and place in society. Women cannot be empowered until the work they do at home is valued and is considered equivalent to paid work. Over a period of time, when women don't speak for themselves, then these norms and practices become stereotyped. And then it is considered the normal and expected behavior from each one of its members. The other issues and concerns related to women are at workplace, lot of disparity can be seen in the work assignments and compensation of men and women. Simply because primary earning members are considered to be men and women earnings are considered secondary. To avoid such discrimination, government made certain acts which works in the favor of workers like the Factory Act of 1948 talks about occupational safety and health of workers in factories. Next, Plantation Labor Act of 1951 includes the welfare of labor and to regulate the condition of workers. Similarly, the other act, which is Mines Act of 1952, maintains the regulation of labor and safety in mines. Other than these acts, another act, Employees State Insurance Act and Maternity Benefit Act 1961, includes the protection from sickness or any other prolonged illness. It also includes pregnancy care, maternity care, and much more. Article 16(1) of the Indian Constitution guarantees equality of opportunity for all. Similarly, Section 48 Factories Act says at any industry or factories, if more than 30 women are working, there has to be the provision of creche and children should be taken care of. Apart from these, government started a program Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalaya under Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan for promoting the concept of education for girls who have never enrolled themselves to schools and for those who have dropped out due to any reason. Students, while understanding all challenging areas which women experiences in their professional life, it is always great to look on the brighter side. Despite of all odds, there are women who are excelling in their desired fields. Amongst them is Kiran Mazumdar Shaw, a biotechnologist. I'm sure students you will be delighted to hear her success story. Kiran Mazumdar was born in Pune, Maharashtra, to Bengali parents. She completed her education in Bangalore. She hoped to go to medical school but could not obtain a scholarship. Her father was the head brewmaster at United Breweries. Students, for your information, brewery is a place where beer is made. Let's continue. Her father suggested that she should study fermentation science and train to be a brewmaster, a very non traditional field for women. Mazumdar went to Melbourne University in Australia to study malting and brewing. In 1974, she was the only woman enrolled in the brewing course and topped her class. She earned the degree of Master Brewer in 1975. Initially, she worked as a trainer, technical consultant, and also at a managerial positions. With her determination, in 1978, she formed her own company, Biocon India Limited. Under her leadership, Biocon has transformed to an integrated biopharmaceutical company. Today, Biocon is India's one of the renowned enterprise. Kiran Mazumdar Shaw received many prestigious awards such as ET Businesswoman of the Year, Leading Exporter, Technology Pioneer, and Best Women Entrepreneur. In 1989, she was honored with Padam Shri and in 2005 with Padam Bhushan. The other story, which is a part of your curriculum, is the story of Shri Mahila Girha Udhog Lijjat Papad. 7 female members started this society in 1959 at the terrace of their society with 80 rupees. The objective was to provide employment to women and to enable them to earn a decent and dignified livelihood. Later, Lijjat was awarded with Best Village Industry. Today, their products include khakra, masala, vadi, detergent powder, chapatis, cakes, and other bakery products. The company is now exporting to many countries and helping to women to become self-reliant. So, students, I hope these success stories must have inspired you to give your 100% in your studies. Because I feel for becoming successful, person needs to have sincerity and dedication towards every task. With this thought, I would like to move to my another topic of the day, that is child labor and children's work. Students, in every country, children do certain kind of work. Some work like helping in cooking process, cleaning, grocery shopping. These kind of work helps in boosting the different skills of children without compromising their health, education, rest and recreation. At the other end, many children are compelled to do exploitative work and in harmful conditions, which definitely compromises with the overall health and education of the children. Internationally, experts have identified hazardous work profiles which are extremely unsafe for children, like children involved in deep sea fishing, working in bricks, leathers, glass, fireworks, bangles, and chemical factories. Working in such conditions exposes the child to harmful chemicals and gases, as well as extremely high temperatures, which are naturally leaves impact on their overall growth and development. The other kind of work, which is considered to be very common, are hiring small children at food stalls or as a domestic help. People who hire young children at food stalls or as domestic help gives explanation that they are taking care of the child in terms of providing them food and shelter. but keepers generally forget that they are still compromising with the childhood of the children. Moving to next and last topic for today, which we will be doing is work and elderly. In India, 60-year-old is considered to be the criteria to categorize somebody with old age or senior citizen. The biggest misconception many young people have is that once some person achieves 60 years of age, they should retire. And similarly, many employers have this misconception that it is difficult to train oldies with new technology as compared to younger generation. So, what do you think that if someone reaches at 60 years of age, should they retire from active work? Well, I think no. It entirely depends upon somebody's interest towards their work, their health conditions, as well as their economic necessities. Some senior citizens feel active and develop the feeling of self esteem and self respect while working. They feel happy when they make meaningful contribution to the society. They enjoy the desire of being independent. It is always useful to employ senior citizens because they are experienced and dependable. They introduce different forms of styles, uh, tradition, moral touch to every task they perform, and motivation amongst their young co workers. Many older employees value their compensation and accept it in the form of perks rather than salary or financial incentives. They have less desire towards exploration, so they stick to one organization for a longer period of time. They are less likely to indulge in absenteeism also. Overall, they add calming effect at the workplace. To take care of senior citizens, central government has implemented the National Old Age Pension Scheme, which provides pension for every month. This scheme is operational all over India and reports show a lot of people have benefited from this scheme. The amount of pension given differ from state to state. For rest of the topics, students, please wait for my next video, which I shall be uploading soon. Till then, thank you all and take care of yourself nicely. Stay blessed.